Harold has secured a mystery caller today.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how quick or how long it might take you. This is going to be interesting. Hey, mystery caller, thank you for calling in. Appreciate it.
How we doing?
Mystery caller, I'm trying to guess your identity. Are you a current Major League Baseball player?
I am not.
Are you a retired Major League Baseball player?
I would have loved to have gone that route, but I am not.
I'm trying to recognize the voice, and it's not coming to me. Are you an actor?
I am not an actor. No.
Are you a musician?
I'm not a musician.
All right, mystery caller, let me jump in real quick. Should he recognize your voice?
If he watches football, he would recognize my voice.
I do watch football. I watch a ton of football.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got a famous dog that goes with him everywhere he travels.
Yeah, you might know my dog more than you know me on social media.
And I'm wondering if your dog is with you right now. Is your dog with you?
My dog is actually with me. Yeah, he's sitting right back there.
I do
All
see a
right, well,
pixelated
we're going to have
dog.
to bring you on the screen live. Do you do college football?
Oh, Kirk Herbstreit calling in. Hey, Herbie, we've never met, but I got to tell, I'm so glad you called in because I've always wanted a chance to tell you how much I appreciate your popping our sport and your hometown Cincinnati Reds. I hear it all the time, man. We appreciate you.
Of course, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I love the sport. I feel like the younger generation, we're losing a little bit. I appreciate what you guys do to try to make this game fun and get people excited about it. This is the time of year where everybody's excited. But yeah, man, I'm all in. I have been. I mean, think about it. I grew up in the '70s in Southwest Ohio, so I was hooked from word go with the sport. So I'm in my own brain. I'm as much a baseball guy as I am a football guy.
Oh man, we can hear it. We can hear it.
He wears me out about the Reds. It doesn't matter what time of year. He's the biggest Reds fan. So tell me, who's your guy right now, Kirk? Who you digging on the Reds?
I'm Matt McLain. That's been my guy. I feel like I was a shortstop, and I loved Davey Concepcion, and then it went to Lark. And I know everyone's excited about Ellie, and for good reason. I mean, he has a skill set that is once in a generation. But I just feel like Matt McLain is a guy that, there's 2 outs in the 8th inning. You need that clutch hit. He's that guy. And I love how he carries himself. He just is all about business. I know he's dealing right now with a abdominal strain, but hopefully it looks like he might be coming back from that soon. But I just think there's something about that kid that he could fit in nicely with so many great Reds they've had over the years. I feel like he's the steady hand in this young group of talent players they have coming up.
Yeah, I like Matt McLain too, but I think you could understand this, Kirk, as a kid that went to the church of Pat Hayden and J.K. McKay in the 70s across town at USC. I can't totally get into the UCLA guys. Not yet.
Right.
Not.
No, I understand. and Spencer, you got Spencer Steer, who's an Oregon Duck. I'm sure Harold loves him.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. There is so much Oregon Duck propaganda on this show, Kirk. It would make your head spin, man. He doesn't color it at all.
That's the only time I see him is when I go to an Oregon game and he's down there on the 50-yard line hanging out.
Hey,
I get texts from him all the time. As much as I hit him up about the Reds, he hits me up about Oregon and college football in general. He and I are very similar. He's known for baseball, but he has a great passion for college football.
I'm hoping that we've caught you en route to a vacation or something pleasurable, because I can't imagine what your fall and winter are like doing Thursday night football, doing NFL, doing all your college duties. This has got to be some much-deserved downtime for you.
Yeah. I'm trying to make up for a pretty challenging fall. From about August 1st till middle of January, it's a full sprint. So yeah, on the back end of that, I have 4 sons and I only have one left at home. So he's a junior in high school. So my wife and I take our chances whenever we can to try to get away. And right now we're down in the Bahamas for a couple days.
I was wondering where you were driving to out there so fiercely. Hey, tell us about
Yeah.
Ben. So you've had Ben for a number of years now, and he's so popular. Talk to us about Ben.
Benny is a guy that if you're a dog person, you can appreciate this. He's treated like a family member. He's traveled around this entire year with me. I only brought him to be a companion, but he became a rock star. I mean, you could see some of these photos. He was on the field. He doesn't really need a leash. People were really just in awe of him because he's so laid back and just you can see he's like a live stuffed animal. So he's been a tremendous hit. I had no intentions of him becoming a social media star, but that's what happened to him as he traveled around every week with me. Al Michaels went from not being a dog person to falling in love with Ben because his laid back approach. He's just an old soul, I should say, dog, and we're lucky to have him and share him with people around the country and even internationally. He's been went down to Cabo right after the national championship, and now he's here in the Bahamas with me. So I take him everywhere I go.
Ben hopping on the private jet, man.
That's awesome.
He's got the life.
Yeah,
He's got the life.
He lives pretty good.
That is so good. Harold is a big dog guy too, Kirk. I'm not sure if you're aware of the fictitious dog that he claims
I have
he has.
two real dogs.
He says I got to take my dog for a walk, so I have to leave early today, and then we have the documentation here. Hey, I want to ask you one last crossover question before we let you go, because we hear so often in the NFL about quarterbacks with baseball skill sets, right? Patrick Mahomes and his baseball background. Is there a guy that you've watched play this year or in years past that you think to yourself, man, the skills transfer, this guy's got a baseball body about him or a baseball sensibility?
You talking about football players?
Yeah, a football player.
That's a good question. Typically, when guys that have the ability, especially you go back to our generation, it was always the shortstop, the point guard, and the quarterback. You know, I mean, it was always that guy that seemed, no matter what time of the year it was, he was the guy that could handle the most pressure and deal with that. I'd have to think on the quarterbacks, because the game has changed. The football game has changed so much. You know, the era of Phillip Rivers and Peyton Manning and, you know, the guys like the Aaron Rodgers, that's kind of a dying breed. And now Patrick Mahomes is becoming like the new quarterback. Think of Kyler Murray and what he would have been in baseball if he went that route. So Kyler Murray would be the easy one because he was so good and had such an opportunity there. But I think what I'm finding, again, having 4 sons, and I try to combat this as much as I can, nothing against lacrosse, but I think kids with the phones and the video games and the generation, they're steering more towards the combination of football and lacrosse.
Yeah. That's what my son's doing now, too.
And it used to always be football, baseball, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just don't think that I worry about, and we could do the whole show on this, I worry about young baseball and the parents and the travel ball. You know, when I was a kid, you had a red jersey, his team was green, another team, you had yellow, you had 2 or 3 players that were really good. Now it's so specialized, and it's all about travel ball and 5 uniforms, and I think they're taking the fun away from these kids, and I think they're starting to steer away a little bit. But I could get on a soapbox about that.
Yeah, that's a whole long conversation.
Of the sport.
And we're losing you in this great feat
is.
in the Bahamas, Kirk. So before you go, I just need to know, Oregon, Ohio State. All right, that's in Eugene this year. Are you guys doing that game? Are you going to be there or what? Because I will be there.
I'm guessing College Game Day will be there for that. I don't know that for a fact, but since you took the ESPN ABC away from the Big Ten, we're not calling those Big Ten games anymore. So we'll be calling an SEC game that week. Unfortunately, we'll miss that game. But Game Day, I'm guessing Game Day will be there. So we'll have to get you on the set and have you break down a little college
football. Hey, let me ask you this. How do you go game day in the morning and you fly to Florida to go do a game or whatever? How do you get out of there so quick?
That's the only trip that I don't have to pay myself. So ESPN will have a Disney charter to get me from wherever game day is to the game that I'm calling. But any other flight that I do is just me doing it on my own. But that one that you're talking about, like if game day's in Eugene and I got to call a game in Tuscaloosa, they'll fly me on a Disney charter to get me from point A to point B.
Kirk, we really appreciate you calling in, man, and we appreciate you and your work and popping the Reds and popping our game as often as you do. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your time with your family this offseason.
Thank you, man. I appreciate both of you guys. Keep up the great work and look forward to watching you guys for the next 4, 5, 6 months, and hopefully the Reds are a contender.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Go
man.
Reds.
Appreciate you, Kirk. Thank you, bro.
Herbstreit calling us.
Dan Lanny's got my ducks rolling. Dan Lanny's got them rolling.
He does. I agree.
Kirk, thanks again, man. Appreciate you.
Kirk.
Thanks.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.